Got up a little early this morning to run up to John Deere, get here as soon as they open. I believe I'm almost just a little bit late, but you gotta get some seed tubes for the planter before Gary can go this morning. Well, they don't have the parts we need in stock. I'll call Gary and see what he's interested in doing here. Well, this is kind of a weird thing. We have a Kinze planter, and a lot of the parts on Kinze and John Deere are the same. There was a big battle back in the day over patent rights and all this crap. A lot of their parts will work on the planter we need, but our planter is old, so finding them in a John Deere is not necessarily very likely. They have them but at other stores, but they can have them shipped, because we need a handful of them, from different stores if we let them know by 3 o'clock today. However, they're not guaranteed that they'll get here exactly by tomorrow. They're pretty sure they will. Otherwise, it'll be next Tuesday. Today is Thursday. It'll be Tuesday, and it's too late. We're gonna actually try and call the Kinze dealer and see if they have any in stock, which we're trying to avoid because the Kinze dealer is even further away. But if we need them, we need them. So I'm kind of stopped in this town waiting for him to call that dealer to see if they have them before I drive all the way over there and get them. And with gas at $4.30 a gallon, I mean, just running around looking for these tubes is going to cost $20. So we're just trying to minimize that as much as possible. But that's where we're at this morning. Well, we got Gary all set up this morning. It was that place we went to is about 40 miles away, so it took a long time. I started at 6:30 this morning, and it's now 10:30, and he is finally rolling. I only really needed 3 seed tubes, but I decided to buy a dozen because, well, if we're going that far, it just makes sense. But I wish I would. Next year, I'm going to order them online from Shoop like we do most of our stuff. Shoop has those tubes for $7.50 a tube, and they charged me $15 a tube up there. Of course, I didn't realize that until after I kind of committed to buying a dozen of them. Kind of annoying, but no big deal. He seems to be taken care of for a couple hours. I'm gonna run over and mow his lawn, and hopefully it'll be a smooth going day. Well, I got a little carried away with the mowing and got a little too close to the soft part. I couldn't have matched that distance again if I ever tried. All right, back at it. Gary got done with that field, so we're just going to move over to this little extra piece. The only way to get there is to take it apart and put it back together to do this little 4-acre spot across this creek. That means we have 2 fields left. Actually, kind of 1.5 fields, because one is only 40 acres. Doomsday plan. Checking out the Flight Radar 24 app, and that one is not showing up. So I can't tell you which plane that is, but it's definitely one of the Doomsday planes. Well, Gary got that little piece done after we looked at that plane for a second. He's gonna come home, he's gonna fill up with fuel, and we're gonna do a little bit of shuttling of vehicles and then move over to our last big field. And hopefully, I don't know if he's gonna go tonight, but we should be done tomorrow. And then maybe the little field across the road by the golf course, I think I might end up doing that on Saturday, I'm not really sure. Wow, it is a beautiful day out today. No wind, just a little bit of cloud. It's quiet. Sun is out. It's like 60 degrees, maybe like 80 or something. Okay, this is gonna be a good day. Okay, yeah, I'll meet you over there in a little bit.
Economists now saying we're on a fast track to paying $5 a gallon for gas across our nation. Overnight, the national gas price average continuing to break record highs, now at $4.76 per gallon.
Got this piece of plumbing that we don't use. It's a hose. It's hanging off the planter. I'm gonna go fix it. Fell down. I thought it was actually broken or something. Alright. Back to planting. This part of this field that I'm planting right now, we kind of call the horseshoe. It's kind of shaped like that. We used to go east-west, so it was a bunch of little short rows, and it was kind of a pain to turn around. The hill's got a really weird slope in it. We were trying to contour it, but it seems like it didn't really matter if we went north-south or east-west in the end. So this year, I guess actually last year you started it, planting north-south the long way instead of the east-west, and it works so much better. I know that probably doesn't mean a lot to you, but it is so much nicer in the tractor. You're not fighting the corn stalks as bad, and when we harvest, you get longer rows, you spend less time turning the combine around, which is doesn't sound like a lot, but turning the combine around sometimes is a complete pain in the butt. And I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing. I got off my rows. It was going so well, I almost forgot to go back and check on how many beans we have. Shut up! Oh, there's plenty in there. Better check the other side too. Oh yeah, we're good. It's not often you get a nice long stretch of planting without issues. I almost forgot about checking. Making good progress this morning. The nice thing about this field is it's 80 acres, but we kind of farm it in a J shape. Yeah, J shape, I guess. So the rows are even longer than a half mile. You can go in a pretty much straight line, well, on the same trajectory without turning around for quite a while, and it makes it so that you can knock ground out really quick. I'm just gonna go over here a little way. I think he said he planted that. I think he said he planted that, but I'm not sure. I'm just gonna drive over there while I'm close by and check it out. Well, I knew I saw something out here that was supposed to be here.
Heading for the highway while trying to straighten up things with myself. Vows have been taken back then. Said I'll stay with you through better and worse. Many eyes, many ears witnessed what I said. That's what I said. I must have been mad.
This is going to be so nice finishing this up. I have this little bitty triangle here, and then Gary's gonna go over and finish in this. He always does that one spot in this field, and it's a pain in the butt. A lot of right angle turns and a lot of wet, a lot of weird terraces. Just it's a nuisance, and so he always likes to do that. Well, I don't think he likes to do it, but he always does it. Probably because he knows that I'll lose my temper and break something. Shh, I'm talking. I'm talking to the people. Stop it. Anyway, so Tanner yesterday, I think it was yesterday, called me and hold on, the thing wants to be. So Tanner called me yesterday and said that they have taken their camper out to the lake and are kind of set up and were wanting to know if I would want to go out and hang out, do some fishing maybe. And it honestly has not even been on my radar, but I am so ready to get out of this tractor cab and go do that. So I don't know when we'll exactly finish. We'll finish this field today. We're, a couple hours, but I would love to go do some fishing and do something other than go back and forth in this field. All right, I think that's me being done with this field. Gary's still gonna do some perimeter where it was wet and do that one corner that I was talking about a little while ago. And I am going to go home and let Morgan out and maybe work on a video for a little while. I'm not really sure. So yeah, we have, I think he said that's about 6, 8, maybe 10 acres, let me think. Yeah, it might be about 10 acres over there. Just a little bit around the perimeter, which won't take terribly long. And then we'll get everything packed up and we'll move over to the 40 across the road from the house there by the golf course. And then we'll knock that in and hopefully we can get that done this evening. If not tomorrow, maybe I will, I think he has an appointment or some stuff going on tomorrow. But if he gets the things that he likes done a special way, if he gets those things done ahead of time, then I can just go in and fix up the rest for him. So we would be done with, ideally we will be done with planting this evening. Likely we will be done with planting by 3 or 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Keeping the fingers crossed. All right, I'll catch up with you later. Time to get out of this cab for a while.